Should be playing. I don't hear my music. It's not. The song's not coming on now. Huh? Weird. Oh, there it is.
We got that smoke. Our sports extreme like yes indeed, man. It's the Smokey season show. Packing a punch and we packing a blunt. Got the keef in the bone with the chong and the cheech. And we chief every day. Mary Jane when I breathe. Smokey got the pack smell strong in the street. Wax is on, it's never off. He got to drop that 420. Smokey's back, he got the facts. So roll it fat and take a.
All right, what up, everybody? Smokey D here with the Smokey Season Show. We are starting the Dating in 2023 series of shows. Should be a lot of fun. We've got a special guest on tonight talking for the women's side right here this evening. If you want to introduce yourself, tell everybody who you are.
Hey, I'm Alexandra Earth, and here to talk all things dating. So, yeah, should be interesting.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
People have been asking for the show for a while, so we finally are ready to bring it out. And it's summertime. There's a lot more people out dating right now than there was in the winter.
Yeah.
So it's time to talk the dirty talk. See what people think. So, what's been your experience with dating in 2023?
Dating in 2023.
Why don't you start off by telling everybody like how old you are? I know women don't like getting asked that question, but we've got to know how the age is, so because it's different than it was when we were all dating back in high school and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So I turned 33 on May 12th, actually.
Okay.
Divorced. So dating post-divorce. I'm a single mom of a daughter. She's 4. Share 50-50 custody.
Okay.
So dating in 2023 so far looks like. All right. So I went to a hip hop show at Meow Wolf, and the show, it was really nice. I went to support a friend, and then after that I wasn't ready to go home yet. So I go to this bar in the Denver Tech Center, and I walk in, I'm like, okay, I'll just go have a dirty martini, why not? And then I walk in, and the first person I talk to, he engages me in conversation, and then he was talking with a former NFL player, and then he offered to buy me drinks, and then he said he wanted to get married and have babies, and then we dated for about 10 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's what's up. That's better than most people, I could say.
yeah. I don't know.
I mean, most of the dating life here, it's like, do you date online or do you just date out in
I
person?
date real life, yeah. Like
Yeah.
go to Costco, and the checkout guy at Costco is like, oh, come back in my line. I'll see you soon.
There you go. I mean, I guess it's good. I mean, we did. I don't know. I pretty much just do the online stuff.
Do you?
Well,
What's that? What
there's
are your
been-
experiences like
Oh,
online?
Lord. It's okay. So you know how they say like Netflix and chill?
Yes.
There's no Netflix anymore.
Okay.
It's just like you get online and you just like say hi to people, and the next thing you know, like, do you live alone or with a roommate?
Oh dang.
I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. I live alone. Like, she's like, oh, well, I want to come over. Like, maybe. Like, and then there's no dating, because dating back in the day would be what? You go out, you do a dinner, you go have, go to a movie, go home.
Mhm.
Maybe the next time you do something like have a drink or so, and then next time, I mean, weeks without barely kissing somebody. I mean, it's different than it used to be, and it's weird because I didn't date for so long too. I was within a long relationship, like 10, almost 11 years, and it was. The relationship kind of sucked after a while. It was just like, I looked at dating and didn't really want to do it.
Yeah.
I looked online and it was just like, whoa, this is a disaster. It's just like, I don't know if I want to call it like the hookup generation, but it kind of feels like it.
Yeah. At this point, so I've spent a lot of money on dating, and I realize now like how expensive it is. and now it seems like a luxury.
So
to
why are
actively
you
date.
spending money?
Because so I like the first date, if we're going out to a nice dinner or something, I like that to be the man's initial investment. Like,
Okay.
you pay, I
So
don't
like
have to worry
originally
about
like
it.
show, but I feel
But
like
then
if you
like
show
if
that though, then it expected from then on.
well, I don't know. I don't it's hard to say. But like if there's something I want to do, like I want to go get a massage and I want to bring the guy that I'm dating, I'll pay for the massages.
Okay, I mean that
Something like that.
that's kind of fair, but do they ever step in and be like, "Hey, let me pay for
It would
them"?
be nice if that happened.
I mean, nowadays like most people don't have a ton of money,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little different. But
Yeah.
I know that I won't even start like talking to someone online
Mhm.
if I don't have the finances in my pocket to ask them out that night.
I like that.
Like
That's a good
there's
method. Yeah.
first off, like you're competing with hundreds of people, thousands of people,
Right. Mhm.
and all of us lazy daters, I guess, you just swipe right or left, and
Mhm.
if you match, boom, 99% of the time you're going on a date or they're coming over.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. And then there's a lot of fakes, a lot of fake
Mm.
profiles,
Mm.
which has been really weird. I'm like, why are you guys? What are you getting out of it? Like, are you trying to get money? Like,
Mhm.
I do have a lot of people that like make up stories. They'll make up whole sob stories about all sorts of nonsense, and then they'll ask for money at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll be, oh, can I get gas money?
Mhm.
Or like, I'll come over and we'll do this or this if you give me gas money. I'm like, I'm never gonna send anybody money. Period.
Yeah.
Like, I barely send my friends money if they need it.
Right.
I just don't like to send money. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. But the first
Yeah.
thing on all the dating sites it says, like, there's on the like what are those little things, the waiver or whatever you put
Yeah.
on it,
Yeah.
here's the warnings of this, must be 18, lots of fakes or scammers.
Mhm.
Never ever send money.
Never.
Send money to somebody you don't know.
Yep.
Like, it's just
That
stupid.
really should be a warning label on there.
And then you think like, okay, so the show Catfish is still like booming.
Mhm.
That and Ridiculousness is like the only things on MTV anymore.
Mhm.
But you see the Catfish show and you think like, okay, first off, no offense to people falling for it, but how the fuck do you fall for that? Like, seriously. In an era that we're in, like, I won't even hit up people on that app if I can't take them out that night.
Yeah.
Now, would you sit there and talk to somebody online for like months or years before you ever see them?
Not months or years, but I've been catfished. I was catfished this year by a Teddy Swims account, actually.
By a Teddy Swims
Teddy
account.
Swims account.
I don't know what Teddy Swims is.
He's a rising. He's a superstar.
He's a superstar.
Yeah.
He ain't too.
But I think
we
he's
haven't. Have you
married.
heard of him? I haven't heard of him.
And then
either.
I was wondering. I was like, oh, I wonder if that's like
ain't
a
too
part of
super.
how he gets known, because he sings about love and romance and heartache and all the things we all love to experience and to feel. And so I was like,
What type
I
of music
wonder
is
if
it?
that.
Country.
He's like soul. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a soul vibe, a little bit of a hip hop vibe.
Totally
A
gonna
little
have
bit
to
of a
look
country
it up.
vibe. Yeah, I think he came to fame. I think is a TikTok video, and he was about to be experiencing homelessness.
I don't do
something.
TikTok.
So yeah,
I
but
can't. I mean,
he's
like,
a
it takes too many of these social media things, man. It's too much of my time.
Yeah.
And, like,
Oh, yeah.
everything's on social media. I could barely keep up with my like 5 accounts that we have for all the work stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Oh yeah.
I can't. I gotta add a TikTok account that I gotta sit there and dance around.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, yeah.
But apparently, you can go viral on them. So
Mhm.
I don't know. But the online dating to me has been kind of a joke. It's been it's been fun,
Yeah.
but it's like, I'm 40. It's time to. Fun is not. I mean, and then there's girls that are like 24, 25, 23, hit me up, and I'm like, no,
No.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. Like, I did it for one date, and I was
So-
like, this is goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah.
They want to party till like 4 a.m.
Oh no.
I'm like, bitch, I was supposed to be in bed by like 9:30. You're tripping.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so what do you how will you date going forward, or what are you looking for
See, and I don't
dating
know.
now,
Like,
or
it's
is it
I mean, I want something real, obviously, but like, I don't know. I don't know how to. Nobody really knows how to do it nowadays. And I'm not. I mean, I'm out, but I'm not out and about like I used to be. It's just one. It's just hella expensive. It doesn't make sense to me to go to the bars and like waste a bunch of money
Mm-hmm.
because I work in the bars. I'm doing events all the time. We're going out a lot. It's summertime. It's gonna be event and show like every night.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of
and then
external stimulation.
yeah, that and then
Yeah.
learning, like separating, you know, groupies from, putting on events and stuff like that, following us around and doing stuff with us that, wanting us and into the industry.
Yeah.
And, somebody that's like for real legit and wants to like date or, actually try to date. Cause you don't know, like Jay, I don't know if I believe in soulmates or whatnot. Maybe haven't met one, so who knows?
Yeah, we were talking about that on the radio show a little bit, like soulmates or more of the idea that your souls are mating rather than like there being one specific person, but kind of thinking of it more abstractly in that way.
Yeah, I mean,
But I think peace being a big part of that.
yeah, I mean, and like what I say is, the communication skills have got to go up on most parties.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just, like, not screaming and yelling and fighting, but like, you talk like adults. Yes, you get angry. Yes, your voice may rise. Yes, you may, get heated, but you can calm down. You can also have a conversation. Because I'm not like, think about how you act with best friends.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not sitting there yelling at them, screaming at them, saying things that are gonna fucking hurt somebody when it's your best friend. And if with your significant other who's supposed to be the more important to you than your best friends or other people in your life, then it's like if you could, and that I get it. That's why people say the things they say when they fight and do what they do. But there shouldn't. If everybody can communicate, everybody would be better off.
Yeah, I agree.
Just sit down and have a conversation, yell at each other if you need to, but then fix it afterwards. If you don't want to, that's when you move the fuck on.
Yep.
Like, there's no need for all the cheating. There's no need for all the, craziness. Because it's literally, I mean, you can get online and a hot girl in 10 minutes can fucking have a date. And, it's the guys too, same way. Get online, you've already got messages waiting. Like, you just, oh shit. Reply. Yeah. You can get a date pretty fast. But the problem is finding out who's real. And I don't want to find somebody at an event because, they also don't get to see the real me. They see me working.
Right.
I'm running around doing everything, like running a show in front of all these lights and cameras and stuff. That's not how I am all day, every day. So, I feel like a lot of people in the industry that we're in, that happens a lot. And especially if you're dating. Because you don't know who sees you and who sees who sees me and who sees Smokey.
Yeah. I think the idea of dating somebody in the industry too can be appealing early on because, you're working, spending time together, but in this industry, I think it's hard and
it is.
I think it's nicer to have like more consistency at home, peace at home, consistency at home, and not needing to talk about work when you're home, relaxing, doing your thing.
But you always end up talking about work anyway.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, like, but how many relationships have you been in where you've actually brought the other person into your work? I mean, the last 2 relationships, like serious relationships I've been in, they've always ended up either doing what I do or in the industry somehow. Like, last chick was a nurse when I met her and ended up being an extractor by the end, got her in with a couple different places. So.
Oh man, yeah.
And then before that, she was my co-host. And we did shows like all over the place. And then we had the radio show.
Okay.
So like, and then, it always ends up.
How long was that relationship?
The one before the last one was like 2-3 years.
Okay.
Something like that. Not very long. But yeah, that one was crazy. That's a whole nother
thing.
That's a whole nother day. I mean, like, when we got in a fight once and like she left and came back a week later and she was married.
Oh no.
She came back with
Oh,
like
no,
she
in a
came back with a
week.
$250,000 fucking Benz
No.
and a big ass
in 1
rock on her
week.
finger in 1 week.
How the
I was like, oh, this is great.
no.
What the fuck just happened here?
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna give a shout out to the sponsor for tonight's show. We got High Grade. I'm gonna try some of this. Getting thirsty, so I tried to wait a little bit into the show so I don't get too messed up. This is the good 2,000 milligrams of, I think, blueberry. Let's try it out. Just mixing it with Sprite, so we'll see what happens. I can get the lid off. Thank you, High Grade. I don't know how oh, jeez.
Oh no.
That didn't go as planned. I'm making a mess.
Well, that's beautiful as it filters through the liquid.
Uh-oh. I'm going to be high. That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of one of those little bubble things that you, like, turn upside down and, like, you keep as a kid.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and a little bit reminiscent of the octopus.
Yeah, I love octopus.
Yeah.
My hand's all sticky
And the
now.
jellyfish. A little bit
I
of that.
love jellyfish. They're fucking crazy. But I used to get
Yeah.
stung a lot as a kid.
By jellyfish?
Oh,
Where?
yeah. I lived in
When?
Virginia.
When?
but,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Virginia is for lovers.
Yes, it is. It's funny that you know that. How many people know that out here?
Yeah.
Like that's like on every shirt, every bumper sticker, like
Is
everything.
it?
Oh
Yeah.
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 Oh man, I'm gonna get high. I could taste that in there. So this is made with the rosin. Shout out to High Grade.
How's the smell? What does it smell like? Does it smell like blueberries?
It smells pretty good.
That's a really nice smell.
It tastes even better.
Yeah, like blueberry juice, fruit juice.
Now I know to pour it a little slower. I'm using a funnel with the tiniest little opening. I just didn't want to spill it. I didn't accomplish that goal anyway. But back to the topic. So like we will get so sidetracked on this show because we get stoned. So you just gotta bear with me here. I don't know how much dosage to put in here either. So we're just guessing on this. we're just guessing.
We'll see.
But like, so you said you went on a date with some guy at a bar. First, I want to go back to who the retired NFL player was.
I don't know who he was. He
'Cause
was
I'm wondering
handsome
if-
though.
I'm
I wanted
wondering
to
if we
date
know him.
him, but he was smooching on a woman. I assume it was his wife. But
Might be his mistress.
yeah,
You never
I ended
know.
up with right. I ended up with the former pro umpire. That's
A pro umpire.
Yeah.
So how do you do as a pro umpire?
I don't know. I never really. Well, let's see. He had 2 championship rings.
2 championship rings. How does an umpire get rings?
I don't know.
Like he doesn't compete.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is that a thing?
I don't know much about.
Y'all need to
baseball.
chime
I don't
in,
know
hit
much
us up,
about
let us know.
professional
Because
baseball
I don't
either.
know there was like a professional umpiring league that you can win a ring. I mean, that's kind of that's cool.
Yeah.
Chime in, y'all. Let me know if you know anybody that is a professional umpire. Let us know if that's a thing, like how you win that ring. Because what, you got to be umping like the championship game?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, trip somebody or some shit. So whoever gets the most money wins. I'm all sticky, dude. I spilled everywhere. But so how did that one end up? You dated for 10 months.
Or 10 weeks.
10 weeks.
Yeah.
10 weeks.
Yeah. It was actually the most. It was the smoothest breakup ever because I just spoke from my heart and we weren't physical, which made it easier a little bit. And yeah, and it was mostly mutual. It was nice, and he's like, "Well, now you know you have someone else in your corner." So it was very
That's
nice.
what's up. So
yeah,
it's kind of like
it was really
you made a
great.
friend.
yeah.
You know, it
made a
just didn't
friend.
work out.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I mean,
would
like you
still
kept
love
it
to go
not
work out
physical,
with
so
him.
that was like
Yeah.
that's got to be 10 weeks.
Yeah, he came to church with me. We went to church.
That's what's up. Yeah, there you go. I would stay. I could stay celibate if I was going to church, but
Yep.
I go into a church and I'm gonna catch on fire. I'm fucked. It's bad. I've gone to church in at least a year, at like
Yeah.
minimum,
Yeah.
maybe longer. My mom probably made me go to church one of these holidays. She came out to visit.
Okay.
I don't know if I should mix it up. Should I mix it up?
I
Just
think
drink
just
it?
do. Yeah.
I'm
like
scared
a
the soda's gonna like
gentle-
explode with my luck of spilling on. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Oh.
there's a bunch on the table.
Yeah,
I
gentle,
had-
like kombucha, you know, when you
Oh, yeah,
hit the
yeah.
bottom.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now it looks like pink lemonade, which is what the bottle had in it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Beautiful.
So you've never tried the online dating?
I did about, let's see, about 10 years ago. And I enjoyed it, but it became overwhelming. It was too much.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and like, okay, so like most people that are online dating that I know have multiple apps that they're dating on. You know, I have 2, but there's like 3
Okay.
million of them.
Okay.
And well, I guess if you count Facebook, that's 3. Because I've been meeting a lot of people off Facebook.
Oh.
I don't know if that's like a thing, but I mean, people like take the whole sliding into my DMs seriously on Facebook.
Okay.
I'll come in, like I'll look at
Sliding
look
in,
at
just slide
Facebook and
right
be
in.
like, who is this person? Oh, hey, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's usually somebody in the industry, but like
Okay.
they're, you know, but they're already in the industry, you know, so like
Yeah.
it's a little different than, I don't know, is meeting me on Facebook different than meeting at a
At a
bar, like on a
yeah.
normal night?
or a studio, yeah. Hard to say.
I don't know, but like even when you think about it, even if you're working at Walmart,
Yep.
if you are a full-time worker,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably going to end up dating somebody else that works at Walmart. Those are pretty much the only people you're meeting.
Yeah.
You know, like in most jobs, it's like that. You end up dating somebody you're working with.
Yeah. In those settings, it's a little easier.
I feel like, yeah, there's a lot
Like
of
it'd be
employees there too.
Then you could really bond and connect on a deeper level about whatever suffering you're going through. Mostly the
She
suffering.
goes straight for suffering for Walmart. Sorry, Walmart.
I just think about restocking shelves in the middle of the night or something. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And that
could
indie
see
movie.
that.
There's this indie movie called Cashback. That's a good one. They work at the grocery
Oh,
store.
shit.
It's a
It's all good.
British film.
So I'm dropping things, guys. Sorry. My hands are all sticky and like I'm just not having an easy time over here apparently. But yeah, like, this is crazy. Yeah, the online date, it's just like, how long did you last though? Like the first time I did it, I lasted maybe like a week and a half.
Yeah, just maybe a month or so, I would say.
So, did you meet anybody from it?
I went on a date with, let's see, a frat guy, but then I think I weirded him out.
Now, what's a frat guy? Because I mean, like I was in a fraternity.
Oh, like a preppy frat guy.
She said, "Oh, like it's a bad thing." She said, "Oh, like this is a bad."
No. I mean, like, oh, like he was different from you in that way. But I don't know.
But it's
too
like
many
completely
frats.
different to be in a frat now than it was to be in a frat 20 years ago,
Yeah.
22 years ago.
Okay. There we go. Yeah.
You know, like I mean, it was all about the benefits of life of being in a frat. But like now, the term, like frat guy, is like, I mean, 90% of the time I would be like, I'm not a frat. Sorry to my brothers if they're watching, but damn.
Yeah.
It's like turned into a bad thing because there's a bunch of douche canoes that are joining frats now.
Yeah.
It's not about like the benefits for jobs and like placements and who you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that's the whole thing of it. It's like joining a brotherhood that literally you graduate college and you've got a line of people that you can just, you know, call for anything,
That support you
Yep.
and love you and
work and all.
okay. So fraternity to you is more about teamwork and community and
Yeah, it was just like, you know, like
Connection.
we got a lot out of it.
okay.
I mean, we
That's
also got to
beautiful,
party
yeah.
a lot and got in a lot of trouble, but
Well, yeah.
you know, every college does that. Every student, you know, parties their
Yeah.
ass off. So, well, most, but
Yeah.
you know, the term now, I mean, we've been calling everybody Karens
Mhm.
because, you know, I mean, a few of these girls I've met are out of control, like batshit fucking psycho.
Mm.
Like, I don't know where they came from or what. There's some shit that has happened to you, child, and you need to go live in a mental,
Institution.
like, yes.
Yeah.
Do not need to see the light of day for safety of others.
Are you talking about my dad's girlfriend now?
I mean,
So
maybe.
sorry.
Did he meet her online? Did I meet her like the other
No,
day?
she
'Cause
was
this
his
psycho.
massage therapist.
This chick was a massage therapist.
She was his massage therapist.
Was?
Yeah.
Like,
She was.
then she quit? She like,
No, she's still a massage therapist.
Well, this chick
But they
says she's
share the
obsessed with
bottle.
it.
They hit the bottle too hard, and there's a big age gap there and some other things.
Like
Not
older or
so-
younger? Because this chick
She's
was
younger.
young.
Yeah,
Oh God.
she's younger. She's just a few years older than me.
Oh, she's younger than you.
Yeah.
This chick was like 25. I was like,
Oh no.
yeah, I told you. Like only that's the other thing. Like
Yeah.
25-year-olds,
Huh.
23, 22.
Yeah.
You know, and they figure out what I do, and then they're like, they want to go to the club. They want to go to the bar. No,
They're
dude.
excited,
I want to
yeah.
go to bed.
Mhm.
Like I'm not. We can watch a
Yeah.
movie and go eat, or I'll cook dinner.
Yeah.
I ain't feeling like going out right now. Trust me, and I'm also baked out of my gourd.
So
Right.
I'm gonna relate to you on that level because when I dated a rapper, that happened. He was up all night, and then it was really disruptive to my sleep, and then I would get angry more often. So it wasn't good.
Yeah, that's
And
my
then
thing.
like when you're a parent half the with your kid half the time, it's like you're living these separate lives, and then that's very anxiety inducing, and it's hard to explain that to someone who doesn't have kids.
Yeah, and
It's
you know
like-
that's been my thing. You know, like
Yeah.
what? How do you tell? Do you tell them right away that you have children?
Yeah, that's no
I do
secret.
too.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people
Never
that don't
anything to
though.
be- Really?
Yeah, they don't like come out the bat because they don't want someone to be judged or whatever. But they also
Well, I
don't
get
take
a little
them
judgy
around.
with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you need to be. That's
Like,
the whole
why not be
communication
honest?
thing.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because what's going to happen when you do tell them down the road and they don't
Yeah.
like kids
Yeah.
or they don't want kids or
Mhm.
they're they got some charge for pedophile and they
Oh,
didn't want to tell you
no.
and they can't be around your kids.
Oh no. Yeah. That's
I
when
mean,
you
like-
take them to church, get them to serve.
He'll
Church
burst
does the
into
background
flames.
check. You're good to go.
He'll burst into flames. He will not be able to walk into a church. If you're a chomo, you gone, bud. Turpy saying hi.
Mm,
But, you know, like it's just, I've met all sorts of different, all spectrum of women in the last, I don't know, I probably started dating again like 7 months ago.
okay, so you're pretty fresh on the market then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, I took some time to get the show back up and running and just kind of kicked it and,
Yeah.
you know, met some people here and there, but it wasn't anything like serious, you know?
Mhm.
And then summertime, I really was just like all about going to the lakes and being outside and going kite surfing and paddleboarding and like, I just wanted to get back to being me.
Mhm.
And then once I got back to being like happy with me and how I was and everything and
Mhm.
like my health and all that stuff, boom, I was like, all right, dope. Now I'm ready because I'm not going to waste my time, you know? So,
Mhm.
and that's the big thing about dating apps. I feel like 90% of it is wasting my time.
Mhm.
I don't like that. I don't like wasting time.
Yep.
I don't have time to waste.
Mhm.
You know, like I don't even have enough time for
Yeah.
what I have to do.
Right.
You know, and it's just like, okay, so if I'm going to stop and I'm going to get on this app, and because if I was on it every time it dinged or whatever, I would never get anything done.
Yeah.
But if you, like, I go sometimes right before I like lay down or whatever, and like set something up for the next day. Some of these girls are like up at 4, 5, 6, 7, just ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what are you doing? First off, the rule is don't text me till fucking like at least 7:30 a.m.
Oh yeah.
You know, my parents used to say, like, don't ever hit anybody up on the phone or call anybody or, you know, any of that until the sun is at least up.
Mhm.
You know, don't be running, you know, they wouldn't let me go to the beach or anything until the sun's up. Couldn't do nothing. Couldn't call friends, nothing. Because I'd be up at like 4:30 and I'd be ready to call friends. Like, why is everybody not awake right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to go surfing. Come on now. The good waves are right at sunrise. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nope. I wasn't allowed to. So, like, my rule is don't call me before sunrise unless it's already planned before.
Mhm.
And these apps just go and go and go and go and go. And you don't know if they're just like a thirsty chick that's like, you know, trying to get something out of somebody or if it's, you know, somebody that's just like super interested and you haven't been returning their text.
Mhm.
I mean, like, if I'm not returning your text, it's probably 'cause I'm not interested.
Right.
You know, like that's usually what it is. So I assume the same thing when most people don't hit me back, but who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
And there's just so much option. It's like going to a store. You know, you just pick what you want and then try it out.
Mhm.
It's just too many options. Like
Yeah.
it makes dating, I don't even know what word to use. Because easy is like too easy of a word
Yeah.
for it. It's just,
So with you and with you attracting women, what do you think? What's the most attractive part about you to
About
women?
me?
Yeah. What do you think the most attractive part
Oh, I don't
about
know.
you to women is?
I have no
Do
idea.
you think it's your creativity?
I mean, I'd like to hope so.
Yeah.
I'd like to hope so, but they can't tell my creativity over a couple pictures on a dating app. So I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. You'd have to ask some of these chicks that. You know what? For show number
Let's
2,
call
I'll
them
have an
up.
answer for that because I'm gonna go and ask the girls that constantly
Yeah.
are texting me that I'm not
Yeah.
responding to and be like, what
What is
what
it?
is it?
What is it?
And we'll do like 10. So then we'll know exactly, like we'll measure it
I
out.
like that idea. I think that's
And if I get
good.
10 different
Yeah.
answers, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
You be you.
But yeah, you hope it's that. I mean, like, and I don't give out too much information on the bio. I just say, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I say I work in the entertainment industry. I own my own entertainment company, and we do like these genres.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
it's pretty open with our company because we'll even do kids events. So it's just we won't be there with a bunch of weed, But we've done all sorts of stuff, and like if I was doing those events, I think I'd pick up a mom there.
Oh yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Like, I think the one chick I kind of like dated for more than like a few times, she was a mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I feel like moms know more responsibility, I guess, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just more grown up. Because I mean, people just act. I feel like everybody thinks that COVID stopped time. Like growing up, everything kept going, guys. Like people just didn't mature in those 2 years because they sat on their asses and did nothing. They only digressed. Yeah. And now people can't communicate. People just, they're just not. Most people can't even function anymore. They get out of your house and do stuff, people. I mean, it took me a while to get up, but I also almost died and had all sorts of surgery shit. So it was,
catastrophe.
there was a lot that went with that.
Yeah.
But it was just, dating after that, it's like people don't talk anymore. Like, do you remember calling somebody on the phone and falling asleep, like with the phone still on?
Yeah.
I used to do that
I love
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I mean, you'd be sitting there even fighting sleep for like an hour. It's like, and I'm sure the person on the other side was doing the same thing. I mean, it seemed like it.
Yeah.
Both the phones are still on in the morning.
That can still happen. That
Yeah, it
with
can.
the last guy I dated, that happened.
It
was
can, but it's
sweet.
very rare.
It
I
is
feel
rare.
like,
It is rare.
like, because it's a text generation we're in. So
Yeah.
people just want to send a message and it's cool, which is fine. Like, I like to send messages too, but I don't, like, one, if it's important, call me. Don't text it. It's just talking, and I don't know. I don't have an iPhone, so I don't FaceTime.
Okay.
Well, I'll do like that Google thing that it does.
Videos. Short clips.
Well, I've done that.
Yeah.
And then I
think
do a lot
that's
of the
sweet.
voice passing back and forth. So like I'll talk to text stuff because it's way easier to me to do than typing. So I'll just have my headphones on and just talk into it. But yeah, I mean, it's a generation that nobody talks. So then like I've noticed when I have taken them out on multiple dates and I end up with somebody for more than, a couple weeks or whatever, they just don't, they really just don't know how to communicate. It's hard for them to even sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
So when you're at home and you're like, I don't know, I was in a long ass relationship. You like make dinner and you're talking like about something. I mean, yeah, we had kids, so we talked about all sorts of stuff with the kids, but there's still conversations to have that don't involve the children.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Right.
I'm like, now I'm thinking about it.
Plans to make, dreams to make together, goals.
See, and that's one thing. Like,
ideas.
is huge. The person's got to have some goals. They can't just have like, okay, I work at Chili's and I make good money as a hostess.
I'm content with my life.
Yeah. I don't like that. No. I don't even care. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care, if you're goddamn living at your parents' house, really. If you have goals, you're working for them, you're working hard,
Yeah.
and like your plan is to get out of there and you have that plan like ready,
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
in
like
action.
that's, I don't want you to be living at your parents' house, number one. But you see what I'm saying though? Like I could work past most things if you've got these certain qualities, or, like you've got work ethic and you're gonna do something and you have a goal.
Yep.
And then you have a goal with the relationship. It's not just like good sex, bye, or like free dinner and drinks. So I know some chicks that literally are on these dating apps and they haven't paid for a
Just-
meal in a year.
Wow.
There's 2 girls that I know, which I'm trying to
No,
get
in
them
a
on the
whole
show
year?
this week.
Uh,
They have not paid for a meal, 3 meals a day. They have not paid for one in a full year.
wow.
Talking, this means groceries. This means like anything. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm like, dude, that's bullshit. I was like, y'all are good looking chicks. You could literally just go around and like get dudes to do stuff for you. I mean, more power to you, I
I'm
guess.
in awe right now.
I mean, get online.
Just
I'm sure you could do
yeah.
it too. Just be like, hey, I don't know what kind of lies they tell these dudes, but I don't get that in
Yeah.
depth in it. I make fun of them for the whole. I'm like, that's dope though. Like I make fun of them, and then I'm like, that in all reality, you saved thousands and thousands of dollars. Like I don't even know how
That's
much
a
I spend
lot.
out.
Man, I just want to ride on a motorcycle.
Why does everybody keep saying that? The second I got rid of my motorcycle like a couple years
No,
ago,
you had one. Huh?
everybody, oh yeah, I had a motorcycle and like this. I had this really cool like custom 49cc scooter that looked like a
What?
motorcycle.
Yeah.
So like everybody could drive it even if they didn't have a license.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was dope. I got pulled over a lot on it because cops would ask me like,
Did you?
they'd be like, "What is this thing?"
Yeah.
And then they would check for my like registration or whatever, which I never had, and they let me go. But yeah, so like, I don't know. The online dating is just not. There's got to be a better way. You
Oh,
know.
yeah. Okay, and then Denver is ranked one of the worst cities for dating. So we'll put that out there.
I believe it. I believe
so
it.
we need, who do we need? Millionaire matchmaker. We need her out here to come and do a makeover on the dating scene in the city. But then we would need some millionaires and some billionaires.
They're here.
Yeah.
There's a few of them.
Yeah.
I
We just need to
mean,
find-
there's a lot of celebrities too that are like living in the mountains. They have like,
Yeah.
what are those ranches?
Mm-hmm.
Their property is a ranch,
Mm-hmm.
and they have no animals. But
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I think yeah, it's hard to say. What do you think the dating scene could use here in Denver? What would be?
and
what
like
do you- from your
I
viewpoint?
don't know, like I've looked at. There's been some events that have gone on that have been for singles. There's like a bunch of stuff on. There's like groups on Facebook that put together all these events for singles at different parts of the town.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone to a couple of those, and they're not bad, but I mean, I hate to say it, but sometimes it feels like you're like scraping the bottom of the barrel at those events, like, because I don't want that quality, like I said, I want somebody with goals and like ambitions and stuff, and these
Yeah.
people are just pretty much there for whatever they can get, it seemed like to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's fine if that's what you want. It's fun to do if you want that, but also you're drinking a lot, and there's like
Yeah.
I'd rather be at home drinking than, because I don't like not getting, like having to get an Uber and do all this stuff. Terp goes
yeah.
everywhere with me.
Mm-hmm.
If I get too drunk, Terp's walking me home. And if we took an Uber somewhere, we ain't getting home because he ain't gonna find home.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it's much easier just to have a few drinks at home. So I don't like going out and drinking at bars, and I really don't like picking up girls at bars.
Yeah. What's your experience like with picking up?
I mean, it's been horrible.
Women at
I mean,
bars.
you have a fun night here and there.
Have you done that recently? In the last 7 months since you've been dating?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's nights when you get all drunk too, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, she's fine. Like, let's go."
Let's go.
And you have times where there's, it's just too much. It's just drinking and like, Then my thing is also, if you end up like liking a person and then it was like a drunk hookup night, like that's disappointing. But I feel like I just don't. I don't. I work in those scenes. I also don't want to be out and about like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of those people you see at your events and shit too. So it's just, I don't know. I don't like meeting at bars because I feel like I'm meeting somebody at like my event, or they're gonna want to go to the bar all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually the people you meet at a bar are bar hoppers or
Yeah.
bar goers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're not like us where we just go out like somebody's birthday is tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to this bar. All right, I'm on my way. Like there's any event that I'm not hosting, if I want to go to and it's a bar, I'll go, of course. But I prefer to stay and do like, I'll like make dinner. I like to cook. Fucking
All right. He
not
likes
really
to
bake.
cook. He likes to make dinner. Are you listening, ladies?
It's just hella cheaper too. And people
Yeah.
respect that
He
shit
likes
better
to save
too.
money. He's good with money. So
That's not true. I like to think I am, but I am not. So I try to be. But yeah, I definitely spend too much money on dumb shit. And it's summertime, so it's about to get way worse.
Yeah.
Way, way worse. Like talking plane tickets to like Australia and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. I'm excited. But like it's
The Australian dating scene.
oh, I
Have
mean,
you
yeah,
tapped
but
into that
nobody's gonna
market?
all right, Australia. Yeah, I've tried to. Nobody's like, yeah, let's go back to Denver from Australia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's not happening. They're all like, fuck the cold.
Bruce.
You come here. Oh, I would if weed was like more open and because legal in its parts.
Okay.
Like Sydney, it's medically legal and it might be rec now, but I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
everything changes like every minute,
Mhm.
so you never know. But it's people are. It's not like here, and that's what most of my work is marijuana and marijuana events, and we're I don't know. We were gonna go to Miami and open some stuff down there, but I don't know. It's just Miami's expensive and hot, and I mean I like hot, but I don't like expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But Colorado's expensive too, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just I would love to date an Australian. I'd love to go back over there and date somebody. But what are you gonna do when your 2-week trip is over?
Yep.
Like, and that definitely sucks. But then it reminds me of like those were the fun relationships. I've had some of those. Like, we
Long
literally,
distance.
yeah. Like I was out for like a surfing trip or something, and I'd come back. I'd be gone for like 2.5 weeks,
Yeah.
and I'd meet somebody that's like staying at the same resort, and we'd end up like hanging out every single night for like 2 weeks, and then somebody's got to leave,
Mm-hmm.
or we're both leaving like same time. That shit sucked. I remember that like trying to stay online and like, okay, this was like back in like AOL Instant Messenger days. So like just getting on AOL and like talking to him online all afternoon after school and shit, and like that was a cool feeling. That dating was fun. But dating's not like that. I haven't had that feeling with somebody in a minute to where like, okay, that bitch is dope. Like I want her around like all the time. Like I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe the last few relationships have kind of been like insane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like what do you think about guys in there? Like what would attract you to guys here? You have to be an NFL player, a rapper,
And now let's say a doctor or a business owner.
and if you're an umpire, you have to have a championship ring on, bro. Don't even talk to her if you don't have a championship ring on. Don't bring that mess over here.
But I think, yeah, just somebody who has a nice, calm tone of voice.
I thought she was gonna say who has a nice car. This motherfucker has to have a nice car.
Actually, a sexy car is very nice. It doesn't matter if it's a nice car or not, but if it's a sexy car, that's definitely a bonus.
That's funny.
But yeah, calm, somebody who's like sensory soothing, who can like just, be like a natural anti-anxiety. Someone who doesn't add to anxiety. Like I love excitement and adventure and things like that, but it's so easy to get that from other sources. So when you're with finding a partner, it'd be nice to have someone who's just calm and peaceful and
I like that.
sexy as hell.
I
That's gotta be.
like that because that's a good way to put that. Like, I'm gonna fucking put that in my profile later. I want someone
Yeah.
peaceful.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, like, since the last relationship, I've literally tried to live the most drama-free life I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, my therapist and the life coach and everybody told me, like, from what you went through and all the dumb shit and all that crap, there's like to come to, where I am now. It's like, live a drama-free life, dude. Just like,
you've earned your peace, so do everything you can to protect it.
it took me long enough after the relationship to even get to here, to where I didn't feel like I had to walk on eggshells for a reason. Like, nothing was wrong. It was weird to get that back to used to feeling like nothing was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that happened, I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
And I want somebody to, like you said, like, add to the situation, not make things worse.
Not subtract. Don't be subtracting from anything. If you're adding whatever it is, adding value in any way. Yes. Green
it's crazy.
flags.
Like, I feel like, so like, what if you don't have a car, or what if you don't have a job? Would you date a guy without a job?
That was one of my last boyfriends.
So that's a yes.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're doing on the side, fool. You better be dealing that shit.
I mean, he had a job, but it wasn't stable or anything.
Like I said, not legal.
So I know I can't date anybody without a job at this point.
Now, have you ever started dating
Unless
somebody
they're
and they quit their
financially
job?
independent already, and they don't, they don't
that'd
need
be
to
dope,
work.
huh?
So let's
At 30, that'd
spin
be
it
dope.
that way. Yeah.
I was hoping to be there. I spent way too much money.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of kids, so like, definitely can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids and baby mamas are expensive.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
He looks at me like,
She's like, damn
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like nice cars.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, yeah, that's kicking in, because I had a question I was gonna ask her, and now I have no clue what it is.
Okay, yeah.
Good stuff.
You asked me about dating somebody without a car, without a job.
Like, what would be like the top 5 things that somebody would have to have? Like, if you just talking for not just you, but like most women in general. Do you have a lot of women friends?
I have a few.
Some girls don't have many girlfriends. Is that a thing now? Because I feel like a lot of girls, it's either that or they think like I'm gonna sleep with them.
Yeah, I don't know. I grew up in a cul-de-sac with boys, so I was playing night games, video games.
That's what's up.
Making potions.
Making potions.
Playing basketball.
I didn't make potions. My sister made potions, so I remember that shit like clear as day. That shows she's like 9 years younger.
Okay.
She used to make potions when she was like 2. Made a mess all over my room one day. She's like in there borrowing stuff, like making potions.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Why did you just make this mess?
But yeah, for like the top 5 things, for like
top
most
5
chicks,
things.
you would say, like, what do you think every guy should, these things you have to have?
Oh.
Like necessity.
Depth of understanding.
Okay, you're gonna make this more for guys to understand. So
That's right. Depth of understanding.
I wouldn't even say
of
that for the
female
chicks.
experience.
You know where the clitoris is.
Man, top 5. That's a tough one just to simplify. But
She's like, I have a lot more things that you have to have.
understanding, compassion, a good sense of humor, stability in their life. So probably like job, own a house, they have a car. Those things. As much as I've experimented and dated men without those, it's nice when they have that.
I mean, yeah.
And a
it's
sense of
pretty much the same thing.
adventure.
See, that's a good one.
sense of adventure, yeah.
That's an answer I'm looking for.
Discipline. I think discipline is a big one. Yeah, discipline, long-term goals, working towards them, and then somehow a way that we can weave them together so we can pursue something together.
See, and
Whatever
like
that means.
like most
Whether it's-
people, I feel like that's the way things work. Is if you pursue something together.
Yeah.
You know, you may not have
I
the same job,
think.
you may not work together, but you're like there's a goal that both of you have set
Mm-hmm.
that you're trying to accomplish together.
Yep.
And I don't know, like I feel like that makes the relationship kind of have this hope of longevity,
Yep.
you know, because you're actually, you know, like actually working towards something instead of just like coming home and you have a partner there.
Right.
Because damn, I
And
can
then
get a roommate for
it's
that shit
exactly.
easily. I can get a roommate for that shit.
Yeah.
I don't need to be spending my money and waste my time, you know, to have just a companion.
Right.
Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
When you can pay people for companionship nowadays.
Fuck that. They should pay
Actually.
me.
There you go. You can be the companion, then people pay.
I mean,
Wait.
I'm down,
Yeah.
but I think that's illegal.
But, I don't know. Yeah.
Prostitution.
It's prostitution. Yeah.
I'd have to move to Vegas. It's okay though. I'm not moving to Vegas.
But back to that. So one of the things when my marriage was in dissolution, I wanted to work towards long-term goals, and like we set the goals early in the relationship, get married, have kids, and then I kept fighting for long other goals together, but there just
Okay.
there wasn't anything.
See, and that was
So.
terrible. That sounds so. Like, how long were you married for?
For 5 years,
And then how long together before that?
7 years. We were together for 7 years,
So
married for
7 total?
5 years. Yeah.
Okay, so you know that's a good amount of time. Like
Yeah.
you should have something that you could look forward to in the future together as a goal. Like so then I guess that's what ultimately broke it up.
Yeah. And
I
then,
mean,
when you don't have that shared thing, then you're really growing apart because you're finding light in these different aspects and you're growing towards that light.
well, I mean, you've
As they
also
say, we've grown apart. I hate
feel
that
like
term.
I feel like
but
respect though for another person would just be respecting
Respect.
their what their want is to like.
Yeah.
They're even if you don't want to do it,
Mhm.
you know, like more than anything in the world, you don't want to do something that is really important to the other person.
Mm,
I feel like you still,
you need respect. That's the
you could,
root.
you know, like try everything once. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? If you really don't like it again after that time, she'll see it, she'll notice it. If she respects
Yeah.
you, she won't make you go again.
Mhm.
You know, so like, you know, you kind of look at it, I look at things like in that aspect of with everything,
Yeah.
you know, like, cause I mean, I've taken girls on places I've never gone before on dates, you know, and then been like, this was super fun.
That's bold. I like that.
You know, like
Yeah.
I want to try something new because I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, what worked before isn't working. So I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm either you can tag along and be my partner in this crazy adventure, or
Mhm.
you could, you know, stay back and watch it on fucking Instagram. I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it because we have plenty of long term goals here. You know, I have lots of them, and you know, if anybody's gonna become that brick wall that is in my way of doing any of these things, like what's the point?
Yeah.
So like do you think you should put that shit out there immediately and tell everybody like you're because you don't want to come out too strong, like as a guy you don't want to come out and be like boom. I mean I've done it a few times after the last couple dates I've had. I've literally retyped everything, put it out there, and I was like either you love it or you hate it.
Yep.
And I mean, it's about the same.
Okay.
Still get like a bunch of random responses all the time.
Mhm.
But it's hard to read people off the internet. So like, I try to talk to them for a minute, and that minute turns into like, I don't know, maybe like an hour of chit chat, and then most of the time they immediately change the subject to like, can I come over? Let's Netflix and chill.
Wow. That's quick.
That's online dating.
Wow.
Literally, I think that's like that for everybody.
But I think, having the boundaries of meeting in a public place the first time would be wise.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I've even thrown girls the keys off my balcony. I swear to God,
Well,
I've tossed them
yeah.
the keys.
Oh, man.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like they're okay. Because I'm like,
Well, I
oh,
guess when
I'm just getting out of the
you're
shower.
dating, you're there for connection. But yeah, safety. I would think safety.
See, and that's been my thing. I mean, I put up security cameras now, so like,
Oh,
ain't nobody stealing from me.
Good.
Ain't nobody gonna drug my ass and leave me. Like, because you never know.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big concern now of online dating. Like, you don't. I mean, okay, so when we go to the catfishing thing,
Oh yeah.
there's been a couple people that I've like met, and they are definitely not like either the pictures of them like 20 years before.
Yeah.
That's not them.
Yeah.
So like, I hate to say it, but I didn't even let him in the building.
Oh, okay.
I texted her. I was like, "That's not the same person in the pictures. Why would you waste my time?" Because like, first off, what are you gonna get out of this? Like, I'm gonna hope you don't do this to somebody else. So I'm gonna lock you out. Like, your car's right there. You can just get back in your car and drive wherever you came from. But I mean, like, update your pictures if you're online. I mean, I'm sure she did it on purpose because I mean, this didn't look anything like her, and I could tell that from the
That's
balcony.
good that you were honest and that you didn't entertain her.
Oh hell no! Like, what do I get out of that?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm like wondering. Like, why do people do that so much to each other on these dating apps? They like make up stuff, or I mean, I had one chick that was supposed to meet me somewhere,
Okay.
and she's like the whole time we're like texting and like talking and like
Yeah.
I get there and like we're waiting, still not there. I'm parking. This is like an hour late. I'm parking. Okay. 20 minutes go by, still not there. Like, what the fuck? Where'd you go? Like, and she just like ghosted me for, I don't know, 5 hours and then started texting me nonstop.
What?
I'm telling you, it was weird. And I didn't answer anything. So I was like, this bitch is psycho.
Yeah.
But, like, what was the point of it? What was the point of all that? To get me to go, like, it was literally feet. I walked there. It took me like 5 minutes to walk down the street. Why? What's the point? Like, I know everybody at that fucking hamburger place. Like, they sat there and played with Terp and fed us while we're waiting for your ass. They felt bad that I got fucking stood up, so I got it for free.
Oh, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's so nice.
it's just, what was the point? Like, what do people get out of just toying
what's
with
the
people?
satisfaction? Yeah.
I'm not sending you money.
Yeah.
I really don't want to listen to some sob story afterwards. Because that's if that's happening before the first time I meet you.
Oh.
What's gonna happen when we're
escalate.
dating? You think I'm gonna fucking answer the next call you send me? No, fuck no. Like, your first impression is the most best impression you're gonna make on somebody.
Yep.
That's what you're gonna leave in their brain until you do something big, and then that'll be in their brain forever. But it's just think about it. Like, what on online dating, what would make dating easier now? And then, like, especially with safety.
All right. You have your mental health conditions listed publicly. Or like you have to unlock a certain level of
I'd be fucked.
intimacy in order to see their mental health history.
Yeah, but there's a reason that fucking there's medical. You can't just call somebody else's doctor and be like, "Let
That's
me get
right.
and then like nobody can come up to me and ask me why Terp is a service dog. That's none of their damn business.
Yeah.
So why would anybody be honest about putting that on a website? Especially if, like, I've dated bipolar chick. That bitch was fucking crazy, but she was on the fucking far end of the spectrum. But there's some people that are barely bipolar, or what's another mental? I got one that
Borderline personality
autism.
disorder. Autism.
Let's do autism. That person would be very hard to deal with sometimes. But that person could be a very loving and caring and good person. Why run them off just because of a word you don't even meet them?
Yeah.
Putting that on a list, I think, would be a little much. But I do think that people should tell somebody within the first, like, month of dating. I'm pretty sure most people, if they're a reasonable, understanding adult, they would probably even see these things
Right.
beforehand. And I don't know if people people are always talking about the flags that come up, the red flags that come up.
Oh yes.
And I mean, I see them all the time, but I give people chances, and then I'm starting to realize that I shouldn't ever give people chances again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like ruining who I am as a person, because I still trust people. I still I try to, but I feel like I have that gut feeling that says like, press record on those video cameras in the house tonight. Like, oh, this bitch is kind of weird. Like, my watches are gonna end up missing or some shit. So I don't know. It's just, it's hard to read somebody, and I feel like if you meet somebody out, even meeting them out, it's hard to read somebody nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
People are so fake, like online fake.
I think with that, what I listen to, the words that come back into my consciousness are like, people listen when people tell you who they are. So just listening to those, But yeah, we're similar in that way with giving chances. There's one red flag that comes up, and it's like, oh, that'll be okay. That's fine. But then just remembering that will only get louder and louder and louder over time. And then being able to say, nope, my peace, my peace, my peace. I want my peace.
Well, see, I have a big thing of when I first start dating somebody, like the first 3 or 4 days are great.
Yeah.
But then after that 4th day, my brain starts trying to pick out everything that's fucking wrong with them.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm if I can make it through that point, usually the dating's great for a long time. But if I can't make it through that point, that was all the red flags that piled up.
It wasn't,
and I'm like,
it's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that, and I usually try to make it through it like, no, it's just my brain trying to be like, give me a reason to be single. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know why.
I think when you're picking out flaws or thinking critically about the other person, it's good to go the other way. So what about like when you need to break up with somebody? Do you do it right away, or do you sit with it for a while? What's that process like? If
I feel the feeling I need to break up with somebody, I talk to them pretty much immediately. I don't break up with them. I talk to them and try to get them to do something along the lines that we're either going to agree to work this out, or if they're like, I don't give a fuck, like, peace, then there's no point. Because obviously they don't care enough to want to go, try. Why should I? And if I'm on the edge right there, time to go. Yeah. Because there's no point. Like, you're just wasting time. Life is fucking short. I almost died last year. Like, life is very fucking short. And you don't know how long you have. So, and dating's definitely weird. So
you could start a new dating app called Near Death Dating. People who've gone through near-death experiences, and then they connect through dating.
There's gonna soon be a bunch of us with fucking tumors.
No.
It's literally gonna be a ton of us with tumors, and you're all dying. And we're all just gonna be a giant hookup site.
Yeah.
So we're all dying. We all might as well just all fuck.
Now's the time.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's get it all in. Let's go.
Yeah.
But let's see, what time is it? We still got 5 more minutes left. That was a good one to start off the conversation for the week the 3 episodes of dating in 2023. It's going to be interesting to see what some of the guys have to say, because a lot of the girls, and we have a couple girls coming on, and then Bradley 2.0 will be co-hosting as usual. She'll be back, and we'll definitely like to hear what she has to say about the whole thing. So
I'm interested to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, because she's always posting about relationships and single girl stuff. So I want to see what she has to say about what's going on in this world of dating. Because man, it's crazy out there, people. I don't know, and it's funny because you think about it and like, I feel like I know a lot of single people, but I really don't. Like, putting together a list of people to come for the show, there's either that or people just really, they don't want to admit they're single, but they're like out there doing their thing or whatever, or they don't want to come on camera at least and say these things. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, and I'm trying to get like a really hardcore player in the female gender. We're not gonna call her a slut, but you can get, and then I'm gonna get like a man whore.
Yeah.
You know,
Get
and
those
we're gonna
role
have them on
plays.
at the same time.
Like the types that are on the reality.
I mean, I
TV
might
shows,
put a
Love
love
Games.
connection if I bring them on at the same time. They
Oh,
they might
yeah.
literally date each other.
That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, but it'll be a lot of fun, and we thank you
Smoky
for coming on the
romance.
show.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This has been great.
Hell yeah,
fun.
and I think she's gonna help us out with some camera stuff one day. We'll see
Yeah.
when she has
It'll
some free
happen,
time.
Yeah.
All this
whenever.
umpire dating it takes a lot out of her time. Gotta have that ring.
Oh my gosh.
But thank you guys for tuning in. As always, thank you for our sponsors, and everybody
Hey.
stay lit.
It's a go, yeah, we blow tree, man. Yes, sirree, we got that smoke. Our sports extreme, like yes, indeed, man. It's the Smokey season show. Packing a punch and we packing a blunt. Got the keef in the bone with the chong and the cheech. And we chief every day. Mary Jane when I breathe. Smokey, got the pack, smell strong in the street. Wax is on, it's never off. He got to drop that 14.